I realized that a lot of my friends may not believe in the same things that I believe in, or just people around me in general. And that's just because their internal representation is different. And that's okay. But you have to realize that people push their internal representation outwardly, they push it externally, which is these beliefs that may be pushed upon you. And sometimes they can be powerful and sometimes they can be very limiting. Most of the time, though, they are limiting beliefs that may hold you back. And you have to just grasp the concept of it's them expressing themselves outwardly. Okay, so it's not you. So if they have some sort of limiting belief, it's because they don't believe it's possible for them, rather, even though you believe it's possible for you. And that is why you cannot really care what other people think, because everybody's just pushing an internal representation of themselves. Let's say, for example, we were going over our big dreams and goals, and I said, that's unrealistic, that's too far-fetched, I don't know about that one. And you might believe what I'm saying, and then you stop yourself from believing in the things that you want to believe in. Or you can cut out what I say, because that's just an internal representation of me. I believe I can't do that and that's far-fetched, which doesn't mean that you can't do that. It just means an internal representation of me. So why am I saying this about anxiety? Is because if people are judging you, it just means that they are very judgmental towards themselves on the inside. For example, they're just pushing their own insecurities on you. If they say that you're very cringe for what you do, then that's just because they believe they would be very cringe if they did the same things that you are going to do. And that's why most people stay in their own bubbles. And that's why I can go around and do this now. Obviously, it's still a little bit hard, but go around the city, walk past hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people, and just not care. Because I have my own internal representation. I know I'm doing this for a cause bigger than myself, and it's for you guys, to show you guys what is possible. And all these people's opinions, I'm probably not even gonna see these people again in my life, so it really doesn't matter about that. So let me tell you about a quick little combat to anxiety, is set huge goals. Have you noticed that most people ages 40 and up don't actually care what people think and so on? And that's because, let's say they lost their kid in a park, they would scream to the top of their lungs in order to find that kid. And maybe even you, when you're put into a dangerous situation, you will do whatever you can in order to survive. You wouldn't care what other people think in that same exact moment. Same with me. I remember a time when I was super anxious, and my feeling normally goes to my stomach and causes me not to want to eat whenever I feel this sort of feeling. And when I would feel this feeling, I didn't eat. And then all of a sudden, after so many hours of not eating, I started to get sick. And when I got sick, I realized my brain switched to survival mode. I had to eat. It was a must. I couldn't wait any longer. And so the anxiety, it just disappeared. And I went for the food and I ate as much as I wanted to eat, probably even more than I should have ate in a serving size. And I felt good after. So why did this happen? It was a focus shift. That's all it was. The reason why I said set big goals and that 40-year-olds don't seem to care what other people think is because they simply have something more to care about. If this is what you want to do this sort of thing in public, if that is the goal that you set, you will do whatever you can if it's a compelling enough goal to reach that goal. Just like these 40-year-olds that don't care about what other people think, is because they have so much more to care about. They got to care about their family, their work, living, and so on. They have so much more on the top of their mind that the last thing that they care about is what other people think. So when you do this and you create a more compelling goal or something that's gravitating you more than the opinions of others, then you'll stop caring less. So I hope this, guys, helped you out. And remember, this is your life, so take full control.